You're listening to Daily Manna Devotionals. Thanks for stopping by. The title of today's devotion is The Bread of Life. Scripture. For the bread of God is he who comes down from heaven and gives life to the world. John 6:33. The grain to bread process is a demanding one. The seed must be planted before it can grow. When the grain is ripe, it must be cut down and ground into flour. Before it can become bread, it must pass through the oven. Bread is the end result of planting, harvesting, and heating. Jesus endured an identical process. He was born into this world. He was cut down, bruised, and beaten on the threshing floor of Calvary. He passed through the fire of God's wrath for our sake. He suffered because of others' sins, the righteous one for the unrighteous ones. He went through it all. He was put to death and then made alive to bring us to God. 1 Peter 3:18. Bread of life. Jesus lived up to the title, but an unopened loaf does a person no good. Have you received the bread? Have you received God's forgiveness? This devotion comes out of God is with you every day, devotional by Lucado. If you've grown up in church the way that I did, you might have heard this analogy before, because I think the bread analogy is pretty common amongst church groups and things. At least I've heard it before anyway. And personally, I guess I'm probably still probably not even in the baking stage. I don't know. But definitely not an edible finished loaf of bread yet. And probably won't be till the day I die. But I have received his forgiveness and received Jesus into my heart and everything. And he's forgiven my sins. And I know that one day I'll be with him in heaven. And if you don't know that, I think this is a good opportunity with this one, just to touch base with anybody that might be listening to this at any point in time, since YouTube is kind of forever. If you're listening to this at any point in time and you don't know what it means to be a Christian, and you don't have, you don't feel comfortable that you're going to be going to heaven, you're not sure about that, or have questions about that, or whatever the case may be, make sure you email me. My email is dailymannamedia@gmail.com. So you can also find it right there on my YouTube page under, I believe it's under the About section. You can contact me through my email there. So if you have any questions about what it means to be a Christian, or the process, or want to become a Christian, or want to learn more about God or anything, just email me, and I'd be happy to talk to you, speak with you, put you in touch with the correct resources if you have questions. We all have questions, believe me. So anyway, I just think it's a good opportunity to talk about that and what it means to be a Christian and whatnot. And of course, as a Christian, we're always still in that, I believe anyway, still in that baking process of becoming a finished loaf of bread, and that we need to always still be asking for God's forgiveness and trying to become the best Christian and the best image of him that we can. Thanks for listening. Have a great, wonderful, positive day. God bless.